Hey guys, happy 8 years, everyone. Man, I just can't believe how long it's been I've been on YouTube for. It's been like 8 years now since I have been on YouTube from the very beginning, knowing that it is one of the most amazing times of my life here on YouTube, knowing it's been like an amazing ride, knowing that how amazing it is to be on YouTube for 8 years. Now, for some people that are new here and some people that have been here, it's great to have you guys. All I could say is the 8 years I've been on YouTube was since September 1st of 2014 that I first started on YouTube. It has been like a wild ride since I've been on YouTube at the time. And this has been like an amazing experience for me. And as you guys could tell, to celebrate this year, I'm wearing the 412 and Sonic t-shirt. And if you guys want a t-shirt like this, from Store Frontier, link is in the description below if you guys want a t-shirt. Now, anyways, it's been like an amazing long 8 years since I've been on YouTube, and I hope to keep the channel going, hoping to get to 1,000 or maybe up to 500, like my friend GHP, for example. Now, basically, it's been like an amazing long years since I've been on YouTube, and as I already pointed out, it's been like ever since September 1st, 2014, since I started YouTube, and knowing that it's been like a very, very long time. And I just want to say, though, for those who have been here, I want to thank you all so much. On this journey, I've been through a lot. More importantly, it's an amazing experience to be on YouTube. Lord knows how long I've been on here for over the past 8 years. And I think I might be drinking some root beer, as Cool 412 would say. But I might be celebrating today, as far as I do know. I just can't believe it's been like 8 years now since I've been on YouTube. And knowing the experience I had on my channel, and there might be some top 10 moments on my channel or something else going on, but if you guys have any ideas for what I should do to celebrate the 8 years, feel free to let me know in the chat. It's open right now. If you guys want to say something, feel free to. I just can't believe it's been like 8 years now since I've been on YouTube. It's been like an amazing experience for me. Now then, we're going to start off with the 8-year anniversary live stream. Before I do like an 8-year anniversary video on the channel, since September 1st just started. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave me a question on the chat. And share this live stream with your friends and let everyone know what's going on for the stream today. Because I just can't believe it's been 8 years now since I've been on YouTube. And ironically enough, it has its moments. But I'm very, very thankful. Anyways, does anyone have any questions for me before we continue on with the stream? Because it's been like 8 years now since I've been on YouTube. Ah, boy, crickets. How wonderful. Just like my previous streams, I always get crickets. Always with the crickets. Oh, boy. Anyways, does anyone have any questions? Because I really, really appreciate it if there are questions at the moment. And here we go again with the crickets. Ah, boy. I feel like I'm in a cricket zone. Get it? Twilight Zone, cricket zone. Oh, boy. It's been like... And basically, though, knowing how long it's been, and needless to say, it's been like a wild ride for over the past 8 years, but All I could say is it's a lot of fun to be on YouTube, and knowing the 8 years I've been on YouTube, it's been amazing. I have so much amazing times. Like, I remember a time when things were different on YouTube. Like, um, for example, uh, my all-time favorite moment on YouTube, when I know some people are asking, like, Cole, when did you first start at YouTube, and basically what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? Well, I'm gonna answer that question right now, because basically what inspired me to make YouTube videos was from the very, very beginning when YouTube first started. I remembered looking back, I see a lot of wrestling videos, but none were compared to the Sonic videos I keep watching all the time. And I remember watching my first meme, which was kind of like Pee Wee's Playhouse, which was where Batman was just there. I remember the reference where it was kind of where everything else, but out of ordinary. I've seen a lot of old school memes at the time. They really, really brought back a lot of great memories, but some of it's got its funny moments, all I can say. But there's a lot going on for the channel, knowing it's been like 8 years now. And yet they had some wrestling moments shared on this shared on here on YouTube at times back then. But when I first started watching YouTube, I remember trying to. Oh, great, Darth Maul! What are you doing here? It's been like 8 years now since I've been on YouTube. When I remembered looking back on YouTube and how I met my friends, like Gene Diddy 76, Anna Game Girl 23 slash 2376 Productions, including Mac and Ernie 76, and some of the greatest YouTubers I know today with a heart on their sleeves, like Ayuka and Iger 19, even to none other than other people I know today. Everyone's got a heart on their sleeve, and no matter what they've been through, but no doubt about it, in my mind, they got a lot of heart. And of course, Rebelzilla 2020. Now then, does anyone have any questions for me? Not gonna happen, Darth Maul. Not gonna happen. Oh, it looks like my good old friend GGP has arrived to the stream. Because I remember looking back at the time when I kept looking up a lot of Gmod stuff, but when I typed in Gmod Wrestling, the very first video I saw was GWE Raw. And I remembered one of the best matches I've ever seen, like, which was the first Gmod Mania, Undertaker versus Ayani versus Kazumi, and versus none other than Jeff Hardy, which I think was one of the best matches of all time in GWE. Now then, does anyone have any questions for me? Yeah, I did, Darth Maul. And what are you gonna do about it? Oh boy. And now then, back to the stream at hand. And basically, it's been like over 8 years I've been on YouTube now, and knowing that it's been like 8 years now since I've been on YouTube, and September 1st of 2014. But I remember getting a helping hand from my cousin Dakota, who I really missed the most. And, oh, hey, Ranger, welcome to the stream. Ranger, welcome. And yes, so of course, Ranger here has a lot of heart on his sleeve. Anytime, man. Anytime. Now then, I was just about to do a little Q&A to celebrate the 8 years I've been on YouTube since it's already September 1st. And like I tried to point out earlier, I've been on YouTube since September 1st of 2014. And it's been a very, very long time since I've been on YouTube. And I'm hoping that... Hey, Charles, welcome, man. I gotta say, though, I mean, it's like almost the gang is all here. Yet, though, I was just pointing out, though, it's been like September 1st of 2014. I've been on YouTube. It's been like 8 years now since I've been on YouTube, and it's already been a wild ride for me. Anyways, though, I was just trying to do a little Q&A, but does anyone have any questions? Thanks, Charles. Well, for that type of match for 2022's Royal Rumble, if it either had to be Chris Danger or Kenny Omega, I'm gonna have to go with Chris Danger on this one. Yeah, coincidence, I think not, Ranger. Now then, basically, I just can't believe it's been like 8 years now. Like I've pointed out one too many times. My apologies, guys. And to celebrate the 8 years, I'm wearing right now the official 412 and Sonic t-shirt. And if you guys want a t-shirt like this, link is in the description below. Now then, knowing it's been like 8 years, I gotta say though, it's a lot of fun. Hey, thanks, Ranger. That really means a lot. And knowing I've done a lot on this channel from not just wrestling, but I think so too, Charles. I mean, Drew McIntyre was a former WWE champion, and all I could say is it's a lot of fun. Uh-oh. Chris Danger is here, everyone. Give him a round of applause. It may be a rumor, but I don't even know if it's true or not, my friend. If you're really gonna make it, just let us know. But anyways, speaking of which, there's a lot going on for my friend GCP's channel and also here on the channel. But expect the unexpected. And knowing for the past 8 years, it's been like a wild ride. But there's so many great people I know today on YouTube that has a lot of heart on their sleeves. Like I've already pointed out earlier, but I also know that Queen Evie, if she's watching this right now, all I could say is shout out to you, Royal Sis, because you've done amazing stuff on your channel, no matter what the odds are. And all I could say is it's already been like an amazing wild ride on my channel for 8 years now. And more importantly, though, this 8-year anniversary channel comes with a twist. Not only is there Q&A involved, but there's also an update involved for the channel. But before I get to the update, I'll be more than glad to take anyone's questions at this time. Anytime, Chris Danger, anytime. Now then, does anyone have any questions before I get to the update? Hey, if she said that, I very much appreciate that. Thanks for that, Ranger. Now then, does anyone have any questions? Oh boy, more crickets. Oh, wonderful. Every time there's a live stream, I always get crickets. Ah, boy, oh crickets, oh crickets. Just, oh boy, more and more crickets. Well, I'll come back to the Q&A, but right now, oh shoot, 412 Sonic, he got you good. I ain't doing anything. God dear. Now then, I'll come back to the questions later, but oh boy. That's a tough one, Charles. Picking Sonic and Shadow, I'm gonna have to go with both on this one. All I could say. But anyways, picking between both at the same time is kind of difficult. Kenny Omega, get out of here. Besides, you even invaded my show years ago. Now then, to the point at hand here, basically, there's an update going on that, knowing there's a lot going on for the channel, newer series, as you guys saw the trailers, the Call Girls Big Adventure, and of course, the Misadventures of Toolshed. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, that's a very good point there, Ranger. Does anyone have anything they want to say to Kenny Omega, at least? And I guess Kenny Omega gets the crickets. Now then, it's an amazing time knowing. Thanks for that, Ranger. Now then, knowing of what's going on these days, expect the unexpected. Yeah, dang right, Charles. John Cena is better than Kenny Omega. Now then, as everyone knows that if everyone saw the promo, which is a trailer to the Misadventures of Toolshed to Call Girls Big Adventure, something tells me, though, those projects are going to be amazing when the time comes. Excuse me. Table manners, as David would say. Oh, you want the Forbidden Door to be open, Kenny Omega? Well, come on into GWE all you want. Because you have an unwelcoming committee when the time comes. Now then, before I forget, knowing these projects for Call Girls Big Adventure leading into the Misadventures of Toolshed is going to take a while to work on, but I promise you guys, once it's all said and done, it will be premiered before the time comes. Now then, with a lot going on for the channel, there are exciting news of what's going on for the TNW show. Knowing TNW, Tuesday Night War, has a big event. Yeah, I bet that too, Charles. Now then, back to the point at hand. Now, basically, with TNW having its next big event coming up, knowing it's already September, and the event is called TNW, King of the Celebrities. King of the Celebrities takes place in one of the biggest arenas in the history ever since the Live Aid concert in 1985, Wembley Stadium. and one of the most legendary arenas in the history in the UK. And before I forget, TNW is going to have its. Yep. Yeah, TNW is going to have its out of the country shows. Like the first stop for TNW is going to take place all the way in Scotland, Ireland. And the HWF is going to take place all the way in Mexico City, New Mexico. So wherever TNW and HWF take place out of the country, I'm sadly to say this, but ACW will take place in the ACW Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, keep thinking it, Kenny Omega. Yeah, keep thinking it. And besides, though, as your old friend Hangman Adam Page would say, so, did you come here to fight, or did you come here to drink? Now, basically, knowing the ACW Arena is like Phoenix, Arizona, is the home place for the ACW Arena, and knowing that it will take place from there, and coming up next week on Sunday will be ACW's Divide and Conquer event taking place in London, England, inside the Wembley Stadium. To give you guys a preview of what is to come. Oh, really there, Hangman? And what do you think you're going to do, huh? I don't know about that, but anyways, as I was saying, ACW Divide and Conquer will take place next Sunday at the Wembley Stadium in London, England. Anyways, though, folks, that's one thing I got to get. That's one thing I had to get off my chest there. But anyways, with a lot going on for the channel, there's going to be more covers coming in right around after the TNW King of the Celebrities event. And you'd be surprised on what songs I might sing next. Or if you guys have any requests on who would be the next special guest, like Queen Evie did when she requested Leo to show up as a special guest bass guitar player, feel free to let me know on who would show up, and I'll be more than glad to make it happen. Oh, dear. Someone get Adam Page out of here, please. Well, man, Leo, you did amazing as a special guest playing the bass guitar. You did amazing. Now, all I could say is, with the 8 years anniversary of the channel going on thus far for the live stream, I'm ready to answer you guys' questions. So does anyone have any questions for me? Anytime, Leo. Anytime. Are there any questions for me? I would love to answer. Oh, boy. More and more crickets. Inklings might tend to go crazy after drinking special drinks, but if it's a root beer, that'd be something else. That's actually a good question, Ranger. I honestly don't know if they go crazy, but if they do, it must be something going on. I have no idea what it is. Anyways, any more questions? Oh, great. It's the son of the senior Tony Khan, who had so many wrestling shows inside the Jacksonville Jaguars football stadium. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, they were pretty good, but sadly, you kind of tore the arena apart a little bit with the wrestlers. But that's good to know, Ranger. Please tell me it wasn't root beer or a Sprite or anything. Now then, the point is, Tony Khan can't even wrestle. He runs the company because of one thing. Whoa. Looks like GGP had a lot to say there, gentlemen. More like ladies and gents. Actually, yeah, Triple H is doing really good as head of creative, knowing of what's going on now and then. And that's really good to know, Ranger. Yeah. Thanks for that. Because all I could say is, yeah, Triple H is doing really good as a new head of creative because when he ran NXT, he was trying to make it look better no matter what he did. Like my friend, for example, Mr. Killer Cross, aka Karrion Kross. Because when I first started wrestling, I remembered training at the time, and my teacher and my head coach, Leon Hayter, would be away on business. But when Karrion Kross started training me and the others, that was really one special moment in my training days I would never forget. But all I could say is it was a lot of great memories being in that ring, no matter what the hard work is. GHP is a good guy, Charles, but basically knowing AEW and WCW, if you guys remember 2 years ago in 2020, it was a war between none other than TNW, ACW, HWF, and of course AEW and WCW. That was a big time war during the invasion years. I've had most memorable invasion moments throughout this channel, like none other than ECW invading the show after Tiger Millionaire bought out the show, and then JCW and ECW got involved, even GTS Wrestling and other companies, but none were compared to the Black Crowes MC, like Sonic.exe leading the charge and everything else. And of course, AEW and WCW ended up on the list. Well, you want in, Charles? It's kind of not up to me, but so if everybody wants to see Charles Jones on GWE helping us out against AEW and WCW, give me and GGP one big heck yeah. And the heck yeah has gone silent with the crickets. Well, it's official. I'm going to try to talk to my friend GHP and see what we can do to get you in, Charles. Welcome to the show. But all I could say is knowing of what's going on these days for everything else in between, it's a big time war zone of what's going on these days. But ever since XPW ended up on the list, we are right now 7-0 throughout the invasion times. Oh, look who it is. Mr. Rock and Roll, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Chris Jericho, has just showed up to the chat. Oh, dear. Now then, there's a lot going on for the channel these days. It's been like 8 years. I might be showing highlights for the channel, but you guys are going to have to wait and see what happens. Anyways. Oh, he got you again, 412 Sonic. Oh, come on. It's not fair. Come on, 123, bro. Give me a break. It's already 8 years on the channel. Oh, boy. I think somebody's angry. Charles, if you will, please. Now then. Anyways, now then, on the other hand. Yeah, good Christmas, 123 Sonic. Good Christmas. What in the world do you think you're doing? Anyways, knowing of what's going on Queen Evie's channel, there's a lot she's been doing at times, but more importantly, what's going on this channel. We all know that it's been like an amazing long ride, but oh, I love the idea, GGP. If you want to open the door for Y2J, feel free to. Anyways, there has been a lot going on for the channel these days, but I really hope that this channel not only makes it to 500 subscribers, but maybe someday, excuse me, but maybe someday get up to 1,000. I would love more than anything to make it to 1,000 subs someday. And I'm very thankful that I've met so many great people along the way who have a lot of heart on their sleeves, and more importantly, have done amazing things on their channels. All I could say is it's an amazing time. Oh, dear. But anyways, though, does anyone have any questions for me? Oh, dear. More and more crickets. Yeah, 123 Sonic, do you give up? He's got a point. That's not a question, but sorry to say this, 123 Sonic, but truck. Anyways, does anyone have more questions? That's Garrett's line. Okay. How many more AEW guys have to show up on the stream? Oh my god. Well, TV14, that's a very good question. It might play out amazingly because knowing of what's going on these days, I mean that PG is ending, but TV14 I think is going to be amazing. I just hope they bring back the Attitude Era way back when in the 90s. I may have been born in 1996, April the 12th. That was during a different time when Mick Foley debuted as Mankind on April 1st, 1996, during April Fool's Day. But I think it was a great time in that era. But, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Oh dear. You stole Garrett's line, 1, 2, 3, Sonic. You better be lucky he's not here. Thanks for that, Charles. As I was saying, though, the Attitude Era, I think, was one of the most amazing eras throughout the 90s. Oh, God. Not MJF. The little GTS wrestling wannabe who got involved in the wrestling show. But since you want to shoot, cowboy bully, the only reason you ever made it to AEW, it's because Grimm didn't even want to sign you back to begin with. Now then, back to the point at hand. In the late 90s, when it was 1997, things were changing up in the Attitude Era, but like, for example, when Stone Cold Steve Austin had his rivalry with Bret the Hitman Hart, that was something else to be told. But feel free to make the announcement, Charles. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Welcome. Anyways, throughout the entire 90s of the Attitude Era, my favorite moment throughout the Attitude Era was 1999, right before WrestleMania 15, when Stone Cold Steve Austin brought out the beer truck. That was something I would never forget. Oh, burn! Nice one, GTP. Nice one. I'm doing good right now as it is. They're worms. Well, the NWN roster is looking pretty good, and I take it you got some of my TNW talents on the show, which ended up to be amazing. Sure, Revy is on the show. She pulled off an amazing match, and so did Sonya. Sonya the Hedgehog. Oh, that's amazing, Charles. If you want a wrestling show with you and Sonic running it, that would be amazing. Someone get MJF out of here before things get out of hand. Thank you. Now, I believe that the 1999 was a year I would never forget when Stone Cold Steve Austin brought out the beer truck and gave the corporation a beer bath. Now, who did you bring in, my man? Just asking. Who'd you bring in, man? Anyways, before I forget, anytime, Charles. Anyways, before I forget, knowing that the beer truck was something else, it told a lot. Crystal. Amazing, man. Amazing. That's actually amazing. Oh, you got Crystal. She's already on the ACW roster with Star Fox. Anyways, though, before I forget, knowing that the beer truck was something else, I think it was a rough night for the McMahons. Even The Rock when he got a beer bath. But I remembered in 2001 when Kurt Angle was going up against the war of WCW and ECW. Of course, man, of course. AEW Fight Forever, that's a big question on me. Well, Fight Forever is one thing on my mind, and knowing that AEW is kind of messing up a little bit, like CM Punk suffered an injury, even lost the AEW World title to Jon Moxley, which is not fair. I mean, he just won the title, and it's just not fair. Even Thunder Rosa suffering the same thing. It's still not fair for what's going on in AEW. But Fight Forever, I just hope it ends pretty good instead of just not like making sure that there's another injury involved. It's just not fair. Anyways, knowing that in 2001, when it was the Alliance, WCW and ECW, knowing the Attitude Era was still going, and I remembered it was where Kurt Angle had his war with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and yeah, that was true, Charles. It wasn't so great. I mean, CM Punk just won the title. That's just not fair to him. Oh, it's Ranger. That's a very good question on who my favorite live action Spider Man is. My favorite live action Spider Man, that's a very good question. I'm going to have to go with Tobey Maguire because Tobey Maguire was my childhood growing up watching Spider Man. And of course, we even had the Macho Man Randy Savage involved in the first film. I still remember the lines till this day. But if anyone has not seen the first ever live action Spider Man movie involving Tobey Maguire and Macho Man Randy Savage, there's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but I'm not going to be doing that, so I don't want to be rude or anything. Well, yeah, I hope so too, there, Charles. I hope so too. Because it's just not fair to CM Punk knowing he just won the title and he had to suffer an injury to come back to try to win it back. That's still not fair. But yet, Cody Rhodes, I think, on the other hand, still suffering an injury and he's still out of WWE for months thanks to what Seth Rollins did. But it is what it is. Well, that's amazing there, Worms. Amazing, man. Now then, I'm able to answer a few more questions. And if anyone has any questions right now, I'm willing to take a few more questions. So, does anyone have any more questions before I end the stream? Knowing it's been like 8 years on the channel. Brian Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, is here, gentlemen. Oh dear. I take it there's more crickets involved. Just how wonderful. Yeah, it is still cringe to see, to be honest. But in my honest opinion about Cody Rhodes, no matter what he did to Seth Rollins in that Hell in a Cell match, all I can say is that was an amazing match that I don't think any of us are going to forget. Well, I love that idea, Worms. League's Collision in late 2022 or early 2023. I think it's going to be amazing. The Monster Abyss has joined us, gentlemen. Oh boy. This ain't no AEW superstar. This is a Impact Wrestling superstar. Or TNA, as we all put it back then. Now, basically, knowing Kurt Angle came out in a milk truck, he gave every one of the members of the Alliance, WCW and ECW, he said he supplied them with some good wholesome milk. He gave them what looked like to be a milk bath. And that was a year nobody forgot about in 2001. But no matter what Cody Rhodes did in the Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins, he may have had an injured shoulder or whatever it was. I don't know, GHP. How many more AEW guys are coming to GWE? That's my question. Looks like James Storms has joined us. James Storm, knowing he ran so many tag teams at the time, I remembered he was in a tag team known as America's Most Wanted, and of course, Beer Money. Oh dear. That's all too true, Ranger. All too true. Now then, does anyone have any questions before I end the live stream? Long it's been like 8 years to celebrate. Oh dear. More and more crickets. Wipe out. Well, I got started on my Cal leagues since 2012, and I was trying to start off on YouTube at that year, but I was in high school during the time, and I'd rather just graduate before I got started. And I remember creating TNW since 2012, and my league really got small at the time. It does indeed. But anyways, from 2012, I remembered when WWE 12 came out, not only did you get a chance to create an arena, but your superstars as well. And so far, the League of TNW got started during that time. It was currently small time. There were no championships yet to be created, but arenas and superstars. Yes, we will actually. And so basically, knowing TNW was at the time starting off small in 2012, Sonic debuted it since 2013 along with his brother and sister, Manic and Sonya. And Sonic and Manic were the first ever TNW US Tag Team Champions. I'm kind of agreeing with the whole ordeal with WrestleMania being a two-night event, knowing there's so many big stars. But to tell you the truth, I really miss NXT TakeOver myself. I mean, it had a lot of great moments throughout the years. Amazing, man. Amazing. Now then, before I forget, knowing of what's going on these days on my channel, but 2014 at the time was small time for TNW, but even in 2014, we had so many rivalries like Colt 412 versus Tiger Millionaire, even to other rivalries that really blow the roof off the house. Is anyone with my friend GHP to see this happen at WrestleMania 7? More precisely, Mania 7 for short, which is Gmod Mania in my opinion still. Just saying. That's amazing, man. Amazing. But throughout the time period, I remember having Nacho Libre on my show since 2014 and Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall. That's right. Coming soon to Worm's channel will be NWN versus TNW National Warzone, and it's going to be amazing. And more importantly, though, with so many great moments on this channel, there's so many great times. I can't seem to recall one too many times. Even Sonic and Finn won the TNW US Tag Team titles against Nacho Libre and Razor Ramon during the time. Yeah, I'm hoping for that same thing, Worms. Hoping for that same thing. And while more importantly, when 2015 struck, it was a new era in TNW. I see somebody has shown up, the stage creator. Oh, dear. Yeah, more importantly, though, knowing of what's going on these days, even 2015 struck, even when The Undertaker had his winning streak at the time in TNW's record books, he even took on Sonic the Hedgehog at one of my TNW events. Was undefeated at the time. But luckily for myself at times, my family and I were making history throughout the record books. But my all-time favorite moment throughout TNW's record books was when Chuck Norris became the first ever TNW World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, dear Ash, he got you good. Oh, come on! Why do I have to get in the pranks? Oh, man. He got you good. One, two, three, Sonic. How many more pranks do you have to do? Oh, dear. Oh, I'd be careful next time, 1, 2, 3, Sonic. I'd be careful. Now, does anyone have one more question before we end the stream? Oh, stage creator, you've been expecting me? Oh, dear. I'm able to answer one more question before we end the stream. Anyways, does anyone have one more question? Oh boy, more and more crickets. Oh, that's good to know. Anyways, does anyone have one more question before we end the stream? Oh, heck yeah, I am. ASF Bash of the Brands. Bash of the Brands. I just hope that Aki loses this one because Colt 412 is not liking what Aki's been doing with the anti-heroes. Because he's been already disrespecting everybody at times, even everyone who has worked hard. Oh dear. GTP just brought up the match between MJ and of course and Jimmy Monsoon versus the Nostalgia Critic. If that match happens still, I think you guys are in for a treat. No, you're good. If they're going to Philadelphia next year, I think that would be a lot of fun because that would be reliving WrestleMania 15 for all the fans that have been trying to at least have a great time, at least. But I think Aki is going to lose at Bash of the Brands. And I think WrestleMania next year is going to be a lot of fun in Philadelphia. But anyways, this is going to wrap up the live stream for today. I want to thank you all so much for coming. It's been amazing 8 long years on the channel. So I'll be on the lookout for highlights to celebrate the 8 years of this channel. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to hit that big thumbs up. Share this live stream with your friends. Let everyone know of what's going on. Now, which arena will take place for the crossover event? Well, Worms, there's only one worthy battlefield for just cosmic combat. Punchdown! Because Punchdown will be the arena for the crossover event. NWN versus TNW. And plus right now, though, the battlefield has just been prepared for a big-time war. And if NWN prepares itself for the ultimate war zone. Anyways, like I said, thank you all so much for watching the 8-year anniversary live stream. Be sure to hit that big thumbs up, and I'll be more than glad that this is going to be amazing for the 8-year anniversary. And if there's a highlight video coming out soon for the channel, and be sure to tune in for that, you guys. I think you're going to love the highlights of this channel for 8 years. And anyways, though, folks, like I said, be sure to hit that big thumbs up, share this live stream with your friends, let everyone know of what's going on this channel, and be sure to show everyone a real great time. And anyways, if you guys want to send me fan mail, be sure to look me up on Instagram or Discord. I'll be more than glad to respond to you guys because I am more than glad to get more fan mail sooner or later. And anyways, if you guys want a t-shirt like this, there might be a contest for it sooner or later. Or if you want to get this bad boy yourself, look up Store Frontier. Link is going to be in the description below. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. And guys, remember, you guys cannot leave me your address on the channel or the comments or the chat, because that's the only rule I have. Be sure to look me up on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and Discord, and I'll be more than glad to try to get back to you guys as soon as possible for the fan mail. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And I think somebody got a super kick party for 1-2-3 Sonic. Oh my god. So anyways, be sure to tell my good friends, along with everyone here, give yourselves a round of applause. And more importantly, for being a part of 8 years on this channel. I want to thank you all so much for being a part of this wild ride. And I think you guys are going to have a lot more fun. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, because this is going to wrap up the live stream on the 8-year anniversary show. And all I want to say is, be sure to tell my friends, along with Ayuka and Iger 19, and more importantly, Rebelzilla 2020, Gene Diddy 76, McInerney 76, and a Game Girl 23/2376 Productions. And of course, my good friends, who's all the way at Impact Wrestling right now, Chris Bay, and of course, who's already right now in the WWE, going right for the WWE title, Karrion Kross. I said, "What's up?"